welcome to this week's video. We're going to be checking out what I believe to be the ultimate survival rifle here. And guys, we're going to get straight to it today. No intro, none of that. Let's get straight to it. This is a Smith & Wesson 1522. This is what I believe to be my ultimate survival rifle. It's what I have, it's what works for me. So we'll start getting into all the reasons of why. The biggest reason, number one, is going to be weight. This is a fully furniture, I would say, and receiver set polymer gun. So upper and lower stock, even the buffer tube is a polymer. The only thing that is metal on here is going to be the bolt carrier group, the trigger, fire control mechanisms, the barrel, and then obviously your nuts and bolts, and the safety selector. So trigger, screws are metal. Other than that, it is all polymer. So that is number one, it is super lightweight. If you guys got this far in the video, thank you guys for listening to my little rant going on here. Let me know how the lighting is. I changed up some things here with the lighting in the little studio we got. And let me know if you like it compared to the older videos, and please drop a like and a comment of things that could improve. Maybe the audio or the lighting is even worse. Let me know in the comments below to help these videos become a little bit more higher quality. Thank you guys. We are clear. Clear below, back, up, chamber, everything's clear. So why do I believe this is the ultimate survival rifle? What the heck is a survival rifle? So to me, this would be used if you kind of need a little bit of security while you're going around your average everyday life type of thing, if something were to happen. But you want some security, some defense. Maybe you need to go procure some small game or food, something like that. You live on a ranch or a farm and you're just going around doing some checks. I think this would be the best gun to have. It is a 22 long rifle chambered gun, but I haven't met anyone that got shot with a 22 that says, please shoot me again, right, as some people say. So it is kind of a force to be reckoned with. It is a firearm. Its presence alone, if you're going up against someone who is not armed, you're gonna win. But just so many reasons that it is, to me, the ultimate survival rifle. So reason number two, or we'll stick on one. So weight. Because it is polymer, it's maneuverable. It's easy to get around. You can sling this. If you have a sling, you could put it like in a mount on the ATV or something like that. Just easy to get around no matter what you're doing. You could break this down and easily put it into a backpack type of carry if that's how you want to carry it. So those are the reasons that all have to do with weight. So let's talk about not the rifle, but the ammunition for 22 long rifle. This is where I believe some of the best benefits are going to come from having a 1522 or even like a 1022 caliber rifle as your survival rifle. So let's check out some ammo. So weight here. We'll start off with weighing the rifle, as we talked about that one previously. And this is with a sling with no magazine. We are at, just try to hover it there, 6.4 pounds. 6.4, so we'll just round up 6.5 pounds about for the rifle, and that is with a red dot and with a 3x magnifier. This is a Crossfire and the micro 3x from Vortex flip to side. Is our optic setup, iron sights, and a sling. So 6.5 pounds just for the rifle. And let's do a magazine. We got like the 25. I think you could stretch it to about 26 rounds. Half a pound exactly for a magazine loaded. We're just rounding, I know. I like whole numbers. And let's compare that to a 30 round PMag. We're just over a hair over, call that a pound. So you can carry 1.129, 1.1. So 2 magazines of almost 50-60 rounds of 22 ammo is the same as carrying 1 round of 30 rounds. So you can carry double the weight of your ammunition, so that means you can carry double. So let's do some comparisons of ammo here. So we have 500 rounds, a 400 round brick here, and some CCI Stangers, and let's see what that weighs in. So if you were to carry some ammo around, we have 500 rounds. You're only at 3.2 pounds here, just a hair over 3 pounds for 500 rounds. In comparison, I'd like to thank LAX. They'll be the unofficial sponsor of this video, where I get most of my ammo from these days. Bulk ammo, if you just need 50 round, LAX and Freedom Munitions. Most of this stuff is coming out of Lewiston, Idaho. So I'd like to support some USA manufacturing. And we are at 13.39 pounds. So 13.5 pounds gets you 500 rounds of, this is 223 55 grain ball ammo. And again, 13 compared to 3 pounds. So that is astronomical in what you can carry if you want to carry an extra 200-300 rounds on you. Huge weight difference savings of going to the 22. So that is kind of wrapping up reason 1 and 2 why I think it is the most versatile survival round and cartridge there is. Another reason why I like LAX and Freedom Munitions is that it's some of the cheapest ammo. From 22, I found some Blazer bulk stuff that was really cheap, and 9mm and 223-556. You could get some reload target grade practice munitions that are perfect to save some money in your wallet. So that's why I go with LAX Munitions. If you spend, I think it's like $250, you get free shipping. So that's my go-to for practice target type of stuff. Go look them up. Not affiliated, they don't know who I am. Maybe they will after this. Reliability with a 22. Did some just stats looking up real quick for you guys. So there were 8 million, and that is specifically Ruger 1022s. There's 8 million 1522s that were made up to date right now. So 8 million rifles that are out there, and that's not even counting these or the knockoff other companies that are making 1022 type of rifles. So there's a lot out there. There's a lot of support for them. There's a lot of rounds being made. So per year, there are 2.5 billion rounds of 22 long rifles specifically made every year. 2.5 billion. From what I was able to find, there is about 12 to 13 billion of rounds of small arms munitions manufactured every single year. 12.5, and then a good chunk of that 2.5 being specifically 1522. Think of how many other rounds are out there that the military buys, that they're buying millions and millions of rounds of, and 2.5 billion are just 22 long rifle. That is quite a bit of munitions that are out there for everyone to be able to purchase, to stockpile. Most of the time when I buy my ammo, I'm looking for about 6 cents a round is what I'm looking for. That is a good price to me. I remember back in the day it was 2, 3, 4 cents for the nice stuff. So of course now, like everything else, is doubled in price. Probably 10 cents around for some of that good CCI stuff like the Stangers. But most of your stuff you could find for hopefully 5 to 8 cents now. So that's how many rounds are produced. Reliability. Obviously with the 1522, you're gonna have some like squib loads, some light primer strikes, reliability, because there's so many rounds produced. It is a rim fire. It's not gonna be as reliable as a center fire cartridge. So you will have some reliability issues. However, with your specific rifle, find out the ammo that it likes and make it a little bit happier. But I have found that this gun really likes the Federal like target grain stuff. It does pretty good with that Browning 40 grain stuff, and it loves CCI, anything CCI. So find out what works for your gun, what runs reliably, and that will help it. But this gun does pretty good for being a 22. It does not have that many failure to fires, failure to feeds, stuff like that. It's usually due to crappy ammo. As long as you keep it clean, it does good. The one problem that I've had specifically with this rifle once, and it was warranted by Smith & Wesson thanks to a local gun shop, was the extractor and the bolt carrier group totally came out one day. So I was cleaning it, I didn't really notice. I went to go shoot it, and all of a sudden it was not feeding, right? It was just one shot, nothing extracted. Took it into the gun shop. At the time, that was probably easily almost 10 years ago. I couldn't figure out what was going on. They saw that the extractor spring was totally gone. So they did have to take the rifle, send it back to Smith & Wesson. They warranted that, had it back to me within, I think, 3 weeks. And they're located back in Massachusetts. So I feel like that was great. So the support and warranties from Smith & Wesson, obviously, they're a company that's been around for a long time. They are known for pretty good products, so they were able to back me on that. The problem is, right, like if that happened at a time where there was no warranty or support, yeah, I'd be total screwed, upside down, because I don't have extra parts for this specifically, which is something I should probably look into. So that's the one problem I've ever had with this specific rifle. All right, so versatility with this gun. We have a quad rail here. This is the older version. They do have a new one that is slimmed down, has M-LOK attachments on it, but you can do a lot with this. Sometimes I do run like a pistol type of like TLR1 on here. You could run lasers on here, whatever you want. You have enough rail space, kind of unlike a 1022, to put accessories on here. Backup iron sights. Right now we got the red dot. I've run scopes on this before. I think this would be perfect for like a 1:4, 1:6 LVPO. I would like some more magnification. I do have one of these that I kind of switch in between multiple guns. You could run a red dot. I just love that for plinking and kind of training. And that gets into another type of use. I use this a lot for training. It's set up kind of similar to my AR-15s, but this is a great training platform that is way cheaper, way easier to work on, in my opinion, to train with. It's a lot lighter. That's kind of the only cheat thing that happens. You get used to holding this polymer gun. It is super easy to move around, super light, and you go to a real one that is fully metal. And I've weighed this rifle, we saw earlier, is about 6.5 pounds, and then you go to my AR-15, they're about 8 pounds, 8.5 pounds. So you do get that 2 pounds that is different from a metal rifle. Number 4, so also some other type of versatility, availability things. Ammunition, we talked about how much is produced every year. Most people would have a 22 LR sticking around. I know when I got this gun, my grandpa at the time had some old CCI stuff sitting around from a revolver pistol that he has, and gave me some of that. And it just goes to show you that he had some of that stuff sitting around for probably 20-30 years. So if you're not able to buy it, most people do have a little supply of 22 LR munitions sitting around. So that is a good reason to have this. Talking about reliability, I have not shot 1022s much, but because they're a little bit simpler of a system, I think, unlike this, they may be a little bit more reliable. So that would kind of be pros and cons weighing against. But talking about training and platforms, I think that's where this 1522 stands out. Talking about training, just being able to add attachments that you have on your rifle to mirror other setups, and then also being able to take aftermarket parts. I know there's a huge market for 1022s, but with this being a 1522, it takes a similar trigger group. It takes these same trigger groups as a regular AR-15. It takes a regular butt stock. The buffer tube's different, but charging handle gonna be the same. You can take these things and move them around on your platforms. Safety selectors, takedown pins, all that is going to be similar. Your pistol grips, if you run similar ones, or you want to run the same exact one to get the same feel between a 22 platform and your AR-15, you could run this exact same pistol grip that you have. So that's why this is also best survival / training platform setup right here. And sorry, that setup is from things that I keep in the pistol grip. That is not. The buffer tube and the stock are a little loose, but mostly what you're hearing is from tools in here. So versatility with this, you can put obviously a scope on here. We can clip on a 3, 5, 4, whatever type of magnifier you have. You can clip that on, right? And it gives you a little bit more versatility. We go from maybe plinking at 50 to max 100 yards, I think is as far out as I like to go with a single red dot. We could flip this on and I could shoot maybe 200-300 yards with that. I have shot this rifle, I know, confirmed at 250 yards, and that was with a 4 times magnified scope. So with 3 times, we're pretty close here. But I think ideally this is perfect for training and plinking. But I would love to get like a 3 to 7, those like little rimfire scopes, a 2 to 7, and put like an offset red dot on there for training purposes. I think that'd be perfect. You get a little bit more magnification if you ever wanted to go small game hunting with this, squirrel hunting, bunny blasting. It'd be perfect for that magnification to make sure you have good shot placement. But then being able to zoom out a little bit, go to that 2 power, or just have a red dot on the side. That'd be a perfect training platform for a 15-22. All right, number 5, the last reason I believe this is a perfect survival rifle, training platform type of rifle on the 15-22 is going to be the quietness, or the less loudness, I guess, compared to other type of cartridges. So a 22, yes, you do have 2 options for ammo. You got a subsonic and a supersonic round. You take this device off, slap something, other type of toy on here, if you could use your imagination, and run some subsonic ammos. I have some videos of that in the Stealth Project suppressor review. Very quiet with subsonic rounds if that is something that you need for some reason. Or you can just switch it up and go to supersonics and run some really nice CCI. Like here we got some CCI Stingers. This stuff is running at 1,640 feet per second, so a little bit higher on that, compared to those subsonics are going to be right around that transonic, around 800-900 feet per second, to not have the supersonic crack. So that is number 5. It's just easier on your ears, on your hearing, for safety overall, and being able to put a toy up here if you have one, and being able to run it very quietly for your needs. So that is why I believe the 22 long rifle, specifically in the 15-22, is the ultimate survival and training platform for you guys. And the last reason would be they are pretty cheap. I don't remember how much. I think I paid about $400 back in the day for this. This rifle was purchased, oh man, it's been a while. Probably, I want to say 2013, 2014. So this rifle is over 10 years old. And you guys heard, it's been pretty reliable, and is still going. The only thing that you do need to worry about, I think, with this rifle compared to some other maybe centerfire, is being a rimfire cartridge, that it is pretty dirty. I remember taking this shooting last time, probably put 100, maybe 200 rounds through it, but it is a little bit dirty there. So with 22, you're gonna have to do a little bit more upkeep on it. Just cleaning, staying on top of your kind of preventative maintenance type of stuff, and it will serve you well. So thanks for checking out this video, guys. Just past 500 subscribers. Want to say thank you again. If this is your first time watching one of these videos, thank you for checking it out, and stay tuned for the next one. As always, guys, it is family time. Catch you next time.